Hey everybody, Phil here from Flip This Boat, and we're working now on our canvas from our Carver 41 CMY. Now, I wanted to go through because this is what I had to start with, which was not great, obviously. Wow. So I had to basically rebuild it. Now I'm not 100% done yet, but this is actually a frown. So that is the bottom. This is going to be the top. And the reason is this is the center piece from your, like, basically from your cockpit. So this is what you're going to be looking out of. And the reason it's a frown is it's very hard to roll up. So this is one that rolls down. Now, learning how to sew it was a little bit tricky because it didn't quite work the same way as I watch videos online and stuff. So I'm going to show you what we've got so far. So this is what I have so far. So I have the zipper in, and I've got these single pull sliders on. This is a number 10. I think they call it a coil zipper. It's supposed to go around corners easier. It's still difficult. And then on the front side, this we've put the trim here. This piece of trim, I had to sew two pieces together so it wraps around the piece of glass. This is actually like our drip edge. So the rain's going to come down sorry, I'm on my phone, but it comes down this way. So we want it going over the zipper. We don't want it going through the zipper. On a smiley, it would be on what they call a smile face zipper. I guess it would be the opposite way. A lot of videos online how to do smile face zippers. However, still didn't work for me. And the reason was because of this product, which is called stamoid, I believe. Serge Ferrari stamoid. Yes, fancy. And the problem is they're 1.25 inch tape, which I purchased. I've been making most of my own tape, but I thought since I had so much of this to do, I would buy some. It is only folded on the one side. So I would have left a raw edge out. So what I ended up doing was taking a piece of 3/4, which is actually doubled. See, it's got the fold on both sides, hems on both sides, it's glued down. And I sewed that together on the edge that's not sewed down. Well, I don't know if you can see that or not, like that. And then put a row of stitching down. And then that wrapped around the edge of the glass here. So this is the 1.25. And if you look underneath, see there's a 3/4 inch piece sewed to it. And then I sewed it underneath there and on the edge and here. So it's actually triple stitched. And then your glass has actually got 2 rows of stitching to hold it in, which is good. And this is just a 3/4 inch piece, which goes in, and you can see the glass is raw there. Now, I may end up putting a piece of 3/4 inch binding with a folding attachment for the sewing machine. I may end up trimming that later. The thing is I don't want too much bulk. What happens is, as you can see, as you go around the corner, it sort of ripples a little bit. It's very hard to get rid of those ripples. I think some of them will lay down in the sun, but actually I'm very happy with the way it came out. So this again is 40 gauge Strataglass using a product called stamoid, which is like a vinyl material, waterproof material. And this is what I had to work with. So basically I've been kind of following, deconstructing what they had originally done, trying to understand why they did it that way. And truthfully, it seems to have worked. So whoever made this, which I think was the Carver in-house canvas company, so I'm just throwing this stuff back down here. Yeah, I kind of followed them. So we did buy all new zippers, new Velcro. Basically, we're redoing them all. This is number 5. So I'm just doing 7 this season. So this is going to be around the front of the cockpit. And they're coming out okay. They're not perfect, but I mean, I've done this before. I'm using my Pfaff 145 here, which is a walking foot machine. Unfortunately, it doesn't have zigzag, but the nice thing is it does have the compound feed or the triple feed. And what that means is, I'll just pull this out here, is when the foot goes down, okay, and I used to be a sewing machine mechanic. I worked on industrial machines for years. When a foot goes down, see the needle goes down, and then both the needle and that middle foot come backwards. Now, I have fixed a lot of sailrite machines, and the sailrights, the ones I've worked on, were also zigzag. Now, zigzag can't have that function, so it's just got like a simple walking foot. And one of the problems I saw with, well, every sailrite that I fixed was they have something called a throat plate or a needle plate that goes here. This is the zigzag ones. I don't know if they have a triple compound feed or not. I'm going to talk couple differences. And one of the things I've noticed is there's a centerpiece in here on the sailrights, and it gets damaged from the needle bending and hitting it. Then what happens is, see, this is the hook here. Now on a sailrite, the hook is actually mounted sideways under this side. And fortunately, they're much easier to work on. These ones, you've got a lot of little tiny screws you have to take out to take the hook out. But I call this the hook. And you should make sure that there's no burrs, or like when the needle comes down and breaks, it'll kind of scratch this or put a little nick in it. And then every time the thread runs around it, your thread gets a little nicked. So if you do have a sailrite machine, that's the number one thing I've had to fix on them, is just basically polishing that hook, straightening out the throat plate, and using a little emery cloth to clean up the hole. But this one doesn't have that because this is only a straight stitch machine. The other nice thing about this machine is it has a 10 3/4 inch throat where the sailrights aren't quite that big. But the sailrights, like I said, they do zigzag. They're more portable than this thing. This thing is definitely not a portable machine. So this is the machine I'm using. Actually, I'm being very happy with it. I picked this thing up for a song, like $300, $350 Canadian. So it wasn't a lot of money. And I had some repairs to do on it, but really it was not a big deal at all. So the stitching's going well. And I'm getting better at stitching a straight line, to be honest. And the project's going well. So Michelle and I have been talking about it. And unfortunately, as much as we want to keep the Carver, we realize we're not going to be able to visit our friends and travel as far because just the cost of fuel. So it does look like potentially we will be putting this boat up for sale in the spring. And it's going to have some nice new canvas on it. It's going to have, it's going to be cleaned up. It's got a nice new all grip job. But I'm in Canada right now. Look at this. That's my backyard. So this is what I'm sewing. And if you have any questions or any advice, by all means, let me know. This is Phil from Flip This Boat. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Sorry for being a little long-winded. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.